Two great milestones I've noticed since now posting almost every day. One, I got my first view. Most of the time I post videos, it's zero views, no comments, no likes, none of that. And as I'm posting this, as I did this video, all these birds just started flying over me. Wow, like they're celebrating. God is so good, you see, and that's caught on camera. I wish y'all could have seen the birds. Because like, as soon as I put up this, I and I started talking about it, that happened. And then the second thing, before I get distracted, because sometimes I can be a little easily distracted, I got, well, not got, but I made it to 5,000 follow subscribers on this one channel. And I know I could have got the 5K balloon and all that, and it feels like there's no reward for that. And now a butterfly is just floating on by. I tell you, God's grace, His mercy is one that is definitely worth this journey. Every time you feel like you want to give up, 'cause I was watching this creator talk about like you feeling like you're listening, you're waiting for God's voice to say what's next, and you feel like you're just waiting. But as he was talking about that, which is one of the great reasons I love watching content, I don't just watch to consume, I watch to learn. It has helped me to become a better father. It has helped me to become a better husband, a person in general. Like, yes, the words has transformed me, like born again, a Christian, all that stuff, follower of Christ. But being on social media, it could be good and bad. You could just be consuming stuff and giggling and laughing and being entertained. Or you could actually be taking in some good content because there's some good creators on here. Good people, like we have so much talented people in this world. And I feel like they all meet up here online. And you can learn so much that you can apply to your life. Not just take it in and just be like, wow, that was great, and then go about your day. Like I thought I used to do that, but really and truly, I was really storing it somewhere in my brain, like in the iCloud. And now I'm like seeing, like sometimes when it's time to regurgitate it or put it into work, I actually remember it. So if you take anything from this message, it's just start. When I start now and I get my first view, that's like one of them things that it was like, wow, somebody finally looked at it after all this posting. Yeah, I've been on and off, and stopping, getting discouraged, all that stuff, watching other people just blow up and take off. But definitely from posting every day, it's helped me to become better with communicating, talking, going a whole 10 minutes. I used to do 60-second videos and felt good about it. Now I'm doing 10 minutes and just running out of time every time I do this. So there you go. Running out of time, that's the kiddos. Running out of time, I'm feeling like it needs to be more. But man, God is truly good, and the things He is doing in your life when you continue to show up is like no other. I'm telling you, just continue to show up for yourself. You don't understand how this could transform your life. Not, I'm not talking about focusing on the views and the money and all that stuff. That will come if you're delivering good content. If you're being your authentic and showing up as your true self, and that's what I aim at. Like I felt like I don't have nothing to share. I have nothing to talk about, but I could talk about my everyday situations, like the other day, yesterday, when I almost got into confrontation with a parent in the drive line pickup, or when my wife sit there and tell me relax, relax, and then finally slight the little chore list and say, babe, we got to do this and we got to do that. I was able to take a nap today. That was wonderful. I told her we got to start taking our naps in the daytime because our kids doing these little pop-ups in the night, like they call it regressing. So they do these little pop-ups in the middle of the night and start whining and crying. And then my wife, I have such a beautiful, blessed helper. She goes down there and she goes up there and she actually take care of it. And most of the time, I don't even hear anything. So God is so good. He helps me to stay asleep in that time. I've increased my bedtime now. Like, was a call coming in and I rejected it. I feel guilted. So let me hurry up and speed this video up. So I just wanted to say, like, I got my first view. I hit my 5,000 subscribers. That's me being consistent, not throwing in the towel, not getting discouraged, really just posting content that the Lord has blessed me with. And then lastly, too, a bonus. is when I continue to show up and I continue to get better and the Lord see that I'm not just gonna quit. He's laying me with ideas every moment to feel like I can't post the videos quick enough and come up with the titles and the thumbnails quick enough to be able to share it. It's like another idea and another idea to the point that it's like it's too much work. It's almost like when he tell you to start the business and then he give you all the clientele and it's like you get overwhelmed. You asking the Lord and you're in the waiting season and now you started and you being consistent and you showing that you got this, and now he's like, all right, good. I like to see where you're going with this. Now let me load you up with the content. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be doing advertisements and gigs and speaking engagements and all that stuff. So this is really journaling, documenting your life, and kind of you can look back at this like, man, look where I'm at now. I believe it. I believe he put something great inside of me, and he's not waking me up by accident. He's waking me up because I have purpose, and I'm here to help others, help wake them up from the sleeping, comfortable lives that they're living, knowing that there's something more out there for them, like how I felt. I feel like it's something more. And when I watch people create, when I watch people traveling, when I see some of the opportunities that I may turn down because of how my finances may look, not trusting in the Lord, which I got to get better at. I trust in my Lord to understand that every day that I show up is just one step closer to the reality and the dreams that I feel is locked inside of me. So I'm here to release it out, trust the process. And in this waiting season, like I was talking about for the content creator, he was talking about you're waiting and you're feeling frustrated with God and following the path. And he felt like Jeremiah, like, Lord, why would you bring me out of the womb to only have me sit here and struggle on this earth? When I look at my life, and this has helped me in this journey of posting too, it's like therapy because I'm posting and I'm talking and I'm letting it out and believing that it's going to help someone else, but understanding that this is a beautiful season that the Lord gets he has me waiting. I was telling my mom this earlier. Like we are so blessed that sometimes we a lot of times we miss the blessings in front of us because we're so focused on where we want to be or we believe we should be, and only to get there and find out, this is not really where I want. Prime example, getting moving into this home. It was like when we came through the neighborhood, I drove through here, I looked at it, all this stuff, blah, blah, and I was like, man, it'd be so beautiful. I watch other people go into their homes and stuff because we would come through around the times where it's time to the open house was, and we would go check them out and stuff like that. And how he got us into this home was so magical. One, like, but two is like you get to this place and I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm on the other side of getting here. And when I got here and I arrived, it's like it become normal again because I forgot what they call it. It's like your body, your mind adjusts to the new environment and it becomes normal. Someone knows it, you'll put it in the comments. But look at me showing out, put it in the comments. That sounded good. It really did. But just believing that now you get on this other side of where you believe you wanted to be, and now you find out it's the same as anything. It could have been a two-bedroom house or a two-bedroom apartment off somewhere else. But yeah, I feel like honestly I'm an island guy at heart. I love going to the beaches. I love being close to the water, all that stuff. And by the grace of God, I'm close to a pond. Does that count? But man, I feel so good posting. I never thought this would do so much for me, but as I post more and more, it's like it's not even like you're worrying about the views. You know the people that you're gonna reach and help once the algorithm start working with you and it gets you where it needs to go. And most importantly, you keeping God in the center of everything and you showing up and being consistent every doing my part. So man, God bless you. Whoever this video falls on their timeline, I bless you, bless your family. I pray that everything goes amazingly well for you and you learn to just walk with God, build that relationship with Him, and trust Him in the waiting season. I'm in the waiting season now, what it feel like, but I know God is speaking. I sometimes we think we're in the waiting season when the Lord has been talking because He's always talking. He's telling you move, but you're not moving on the ideas that you believe you want because they don't align with what you feel you want. But God is saying, if you move on this opportunity and then you take this next step and you go right here and you do this, it's going to get you right back to where you think you want to be. But, and then sometimes too, He knows where it will be best for you and where you'll strive, but we want something else and He allows us to get it and then we get it and find out it's not for us. But yeah, man, God is good. I didn't expect it to get this long in this video, but let me go call my pops back and release this video out there. Congratulations, we're doing big things. 1 like, 1 view, 5 subscribers later. Love y'all. Take care of yourself. Peace. Signing out.